of Kansas City. Championship Sunday, but hoping for a different outcome. She, of course, lost in Kansas City to Annalie Waters, her women's doubles partner, and starts this one off with a nice backhand angle. Rachel Rohrabacher, a name we have not seen in the semifinals yet this season. Big finish for her. Big power game from Rachel Rohrabacher, originally from Tampa, Florida, but former tennis player in the SEC, University of South Carolina. What do you know about her game, Cam?
She does have a very powerful game. That's why I think the misdirection from Parenteau is going to be key in this matchup here. But what's been great about watching Rohrabacher, she's really developing her game all the way around. So yes, she has the shots, but now she's picking them at the right moments with the right speed. And that's when your game just goes to a whole different level. And she's doing a great job of that now in the semifinals. And I think she's going to give Catherine Parenteau a very tough match right now.
Point. Two, zero.
That's a big angle from Rohrabacher, off to a hot 3-0 start.
And she's been getting a lot of respect from these higher players because she is developing her game so much, not only on the singles court, but on the doubles court as well, and mixed doubles. And she's just, her all-around game right now is on the rise, and her confidence is as well.
Point.
It wasn't too long ago that Rohrabacher started playing pickleball after she graduated college, and her junior tennis coach put a paddle in her hand, and off she went. Quick rise to the top. Not easy to do nowadays with all the talent in the pool.
Side out. Zero, four.
That's a nice drop to set up the line drive on the backhand.
And as you can see, when she's in that transition zone getting up to the kitchen line, she's not panicking. She knows what she's doing. She knows the shot she wants to hit, and this is going to be a tough matchup here. I like what I'm seeing so far.
Side out.
Other than that one.
4-0 lead on Catherine Parenteau. No easy feat.
0-4. Point.
Parenteau putting a lot on her serve, really pushing her back. And right now she's just missing in the net, not staying low with the shot all the way through. Once she fixes that, she's going to be fine right in every single point.
Down the line beauty for Catherine Parenteau. Cuts the lead in half, trails by 2.
2-4. Side out.
What we're seeing right now is Rohrabacher controlling the kitchen line. We haven't seen Parenteau up that much so far in this matchup, and it's because of the deep returns. It's because of the deep shots keeping Catherine back, and she's really taking charge of this match.
Point.
Another point for Rohrabacher. Had a chance to briefly chat with her before this.
5-2.
She said she's focusing on using her legs more, deep serves, deep returns, just the basics.
What an angle. Softening up the hand. She didn't even roll it over, but just placed it so well. Made sure that the trajectory was...
Seed. Only had to play one match today to get to the semis. I'll explain that in just a moment. Wide for Parenteau, but so far so good. Up 5. Her first 2 matches of the day, she won by withdrawal. One of those to Hurricane Tyra Black, so by default, she made it to the quarterfinals. Won against Victoria Helmuth. Here she is in the semis against Catherine Parenteau. A punishable offense, high to the forehand. Not the target she maybe wanted to hit there.
No, if you don't know the target, probably up in the green zone of Parenteau's forehand is just not the one. I would like her to go back to that backhand that she had prior. That was a great little shot there, and she seemed to have a lot of control over it.
Good response from Parenteau.
And like we've been seeing in all the prior matches, that drop shot, we're going to be seeing more and more here in pickleball. Not that much backspin on that one, but did just enough to get the next ball she wanted.
Point.
Paddle's fault.
Always.
Like she was saying, use her legs more. The only shots that she has really missed in the net are like that is because she's not staying down with the ball. And that's just all her legs.
She has said that, exactly. Working on bending her knees a little more.
Point.
Which has helped her kitchen and game in transition. And Parenteau creeping back in this one, trailing by 2.
Side out.
I like the different look there of her cut, slice, serve.
7-5.
Just wasn't able to keep that one in.
Side out.
Just missed.
5-7.
Oh, what a lob shot. Tracked down by Parenteau.
Timeout receiver.
That much,
6,
but
7.
the key has been deep. All her returns have been deep, and they've all been creating problems for Parenteau.
Point. 7-7. Side out.
I would have liked to Parenteau come in on the shot right before that. She stayed back, and that's all the credit to
7-7.
Rohrabacher. Knowing she has great passing shots, that she's not going to come into the net as much. On that one, I'd like to see her come in.
Point.
Good shot from Rohrabacher. Up 8-7 now. Colin Johns earlier today compared the movement and the mobility of Catherine Parenteau to that of Novak Djokovic. Obviously an extreme example, but her mobility on the court says she's even faster than Annalie Waters with her ability to get from
Side out.
sideline to sideline, end line to end line.
Yeah, mobility, but also stability. I think that she can move sideline to sideline, but has a great base when she does it, and I think that's something that Djokovic has. He can slide all over the court, but he's not hitting outrageous shots. They're very structured, they're very planned out, and he knows exactly what he's hitting, just like Parenteau.
Point. Eight.
Rachel Rohrabacher keeping the pressure on at 8-all. Gets the serve back.
I like Parenteau to punch that. She likes a nice punch backhand down the line up the kitchen line. Took that one in a slice. Next one, look for the adjustment there.
Point.
This match tighter than you expected it to be?
Not for me, not in this first game. I think we might see a bigger difference in the split game as we go to game 2, possibly a game 3 here. But Rohrabacher's game, like I said, has really been on the rise, and she has a lot of confidence coming in here, knowing she can get to the finals.
That's a whip of a volley from Rohrabacher.
Timeout receiver.
Look.
Then look for some changes in game 2, but I think right now finish it out with what you've been doing well.
Time in. 10-8.
All the confidence in the world. Rachel Rohrabacher takes game 1. We're in Cincinnati, Ohio, just a suburb north of the city. Catherine Parenteau in some trouble against the 22 seed.
Point.
Already an adjustment. She came in. In the first game, Rohrabacher came in, took dominance off the very first points there. Parenteau was staying back, so nice adjustment. Let's see if she continues.
Well, she continued to press to the net, and that's an astute observation from you.
She's going to have to. I think she needs to let Rohrabacher know, look, I can take control of the kitchen line just as well as you can, and just put pressure on her shots. She wasn't really putting any pressure, and Rohrabacher was really hitting any shot she wanted and coming in at any time.
Wow, that's an angle from Rohrabacher.
Side out.
Gets the serve right back in a 2-point deficit.
What I liked there, she was able to keep her hips facing the court. She didn't turn them just in case Parenteau was able to get it back. She was there for that next shot.
Side out.
What's the best way to neutralize the pressure that Parenteau's creating at the kitchen coming in?
I think angles, and I don't think they need to be at 100%, 80%, even a 40 to 50% angle right there. She is long enough, and she has great court awareness up at the kitchen line. Create those nice angles, moving behind it, and I think that's putting, it'll put Parenteau in a tough spot to take control of the kitchen.
0-2.
Now Rohrabacher earned her way to the kitchen there, but Parenteau does one better on the passing shot.
2-0.
Answering right back, Rachel Rohrabacher pulls out the angle.
And it's a lot of angles going back and forth with the forehands here, and it's just who's coming out on top right now. But I like the adjustments both that they've made. I don't wait for this to finish.
Side out.
Right now, Rohrabacher hasn't been getting the deep returns like she was in the first game, so she's having to rely more on those angled shots, taking a little bit of pace off it, and that's what I think Parenteau's really capitalizing on right now.
2-0.
Call was out. Confirmed by a referee crew.
3-0.
Joey Jones, Howard Hepworth, David Stewart.
Point.
The referees on their semifinal match, and now an opposite.
The ball's a little bit more deep. See if we can't come in behind it.
4-0.
Parenteau looking to force a third game.
Side out.
It's best 2 out of 3 games to 11, win by 2 in this side-out scoring scenario.
0-4.
There's a shot that Rachel wanted on the angle.
She's been doing well up at the kitchen line with the backhand angles, just really pulling Parenteau off court there. Like, yeah, almost trickled over there for Parenteau. She's quick enough, but you know, she can make that angle that tough. A lot more success on her side.
Point. 2-4.
It's almost identical to how game 1 started, just on opposite sides. Wow. Oh, the defense of Parenteau. She is so pesky back there, but what a finish for Rohrabacher, now climbing within 1.
She is, and she didn't panic. And when you're playing someone like Parenteau, like the Connor
22 seed, first semifinal appearance on the PPA Tour, newer pro, big tennis background, but what a shot from Catherine Parenteau.
There's the down the line punch at the kitchen line I was looking for. Slice just isn't working, and it's such a powerful shot, and she can really just stay very compact with a good base hitting it.
Point.
Parenteau's looking to play fast.
5-3.
One an angle from Parenteau.
Point.
And looks like she maybe nicked something there on that shot.
Couldn't tell.
Maybe shoulder, or, I don't know.
6-3.
Keep an eye on it.
Point.
Tough miss for Rohrabacher. Looks like it maybe hit her leg, actually, Cameron. Came down. Ooh, yeah. Yes. That one.
Almost looked like she's very close to
7-3.
hyperextending it, too.
Wow, Catherine
Point.
Parenteau down the line. Textbook.
Timeout receiver, 8-3. Time in, 8-3.
Parenteau 3 points away from forcing a third.
Side out.
Good timeout called by Rohrabacher. 5 down. She pulls a
3-8.
comeback here. She could take it in 2.
Side out.
Ambitious ATP attempt.
Almost. I didn't know if she was trying to go for the ATP. It almost looked like she was. She's needed to wait on it a little bit longer, but just lofted a little bit up. Everyone was really out of
8-3.
position there. It was going to give Parenteau a lot of difficulty anyways.
Point.
Parenteau is just elevating her game to another level right now. Now she's coming in behind the ball, really playing her
9-3.
style and creating any opportunity that she wants right from this third ball.
Point.
There's another good ball on the third. Catherine Parenteau with game point.
10-3.
Inside out beauty
Point.
for
Game.
the finish.
Timeout. Change
We are
in.
go final game between these
Game
two.
3.
Our
Time
final
in.
semifinal
0-0.
match is going the distance. Rachel Rohrabacher, the 22 seed, making some waves on center court. That's a big way to start.
Point.
And we're back to game 1. It
Unbelievable.
really has been who's taking control of the very first point, coming in behind it, who has really dominated those games. So let's see if this is the game plan. Rohrabacher is going to stay this
1-0.
confident, move in behind the ball, and control that kitchen line. That's been key.
Side out.
Return was just back.
0-1.
Angles for days for
Side
Rachel
out.
Rohrabacher.
And as you see, Parenteau really stayed on that side because she has been hitting most of her backhands up the kitchen line cross court. Decided to punch it down the line. Left Parenteau just standing there.
1-0.
Rachel
Good
Rohrabacher,
change up.
proud product of the University of South Carolina, SEC champion back in her tennis days, paints the line on the
Point.
backhand. She is making a name for herself in this performance.
But she was moving in behind that ball, looking to get up to the kitchen line. So even if it wasn't a winner there,
2-0.
she's still most likely going to win that point because she was having all the momentum coming up to the kitchen.
Catherine Parenteau
Side out.
responds.
Zero two. Side out. Two zero. Side
I
out.
thought she was going to fall back on that one. Good adjustments from Parenteau, though, coming up to the
0-2.
kitchen line. Now she's dominating. It's going to be a lot of back and forth here with momentum and who's taking control of that kitchen line.
That's a big angle
Point.
from Catherine Parenteau. Finding her rhythm now, a dangerous sight for Rohrabacher.
One, two. Point. Two, two.
Oh,
Side out.
Parenteau had it.
And she set it up perfectly, ran around the backhand, a nice inside in, looking to then go an inside out, had it planned, just wasn't able to come over it. Too much time.
Oh,
Side
and
out.
another point Rohrabacher could have taken. How about that third shot roll?
Yeah, absolutely. And in the first game, Rohrabacher had about 5 of those sitting up to go cross court. Made every single one of them. This was the first one missed.
Two, two.
Oh, inside out volley.
Side out.
Stumps Catherine Parenteau running the other direction.
Rohrabacher's been doing a really nice job of that. Yes, she kind of had a pattern there in the first game, but now changing it up. Maybe not every shot, but ever so slightly, because Parenteau is so fast and can get to so many balls.
Point. Three, two. Side out.
Catherine Parenteau wastes no time, slapping that one through, gets the serve back.
Two, three. Point.
You just got to credit that to Parenteau's drop right there. It is a heavy ball, and if you're not set just right or you're not able to get underneath it, it's tough to get over there, especially an unattackable ball. Great job there.
Point.
Misfired long. Parenteau taking her first lead in game 3. When you say it's a heavy drop, how is that different from a not heavy drop from Parenteau? Like, how does she make it heavy?
I think she puts a lot of topspin on it. As you can see, she really drops her wrist almost to, if you're looking at a clock, 6 o'clock. And then she really pulls it all the way up, and that just creates a lot of spin on the ball, which creates a very heavy drop. So when it comes to the person at the kitchen line, you have to make sure that you're set just right. Otherwise, it'll pop straight up. And then when Parenteau comes in, she can hit her winner right off of that. But
for a lot of tennis fans, very
Time
cool
in.
venue to be playing with for a lot of these, or
5-3.
playing in for all these pickleball pros.
Side out.
Another fruitful timeout called by Rachel Rohrabacher. I think every time she's called one this match, she's pretty much halted the momentum of Parenteau.
And this third game is just going to come down to execution.
3-5.
I think they felt each other out in the first 2 games, made the right adjustments, and now they really know the style that each player that's going to play on the other side. And so just making those key shots and executing the game plan is going to be who's going to come out on top. And it's great weather conditions. It's been hot the past couple of stops, and it's really created a slower ball and longer rallies. Well, here, yes, still have some humidity, but a little bit cooler temperatures, and so we're seeing some shorter rallies and some quicker balls there through the air, creating a lot of problems for players.
No sun today, too. Just a little bit perfectly cloudy. Temperatures in the mid-70s, low 80s.
Side out.
We were reaching 100-degree temps in Kansas City a couple of weekends ago. So, yeah, great point by you, Cameron.
5-3.
Certainly welcomed climate change for these pro athletes.
Point. Timeout, change in.
Management, Cincinnati Open.
Time in, 6-3.
Parenteau, a prolific singles player, well known on the tour. Rachel Rohrabacher, young and up-and-comer. Ooh, just
Point.
barely missed.
I liked that setup, though. It was a great backhand. Got Parenteau off balance, looking to go right back behind her. Just barely missed on that one.
7-3. Point.
Credit to Catherine Parenteau. She's forcing Rachel Rohrabacher to play a perfect game right now.
And that's what it's going to take against these top players, especially on the stage of getting into a final. They can turn it up another level, and then when you think they're there, they can turn it up another level. And so that's just what it's going to take to win and get yourself in a final.
Oh,
Point.
too good from Catherine Parenteau.
And she's been doing great on these
Timeout receiver.
overheads. Yes,
9-3.
it's cloudy. And
Oh, it's another to execute it exactly as you mentioned, what this game 3 would
Time
come down
in.
to.
9-3.
That's what the best of the best do the best.
Point.
And a match point now for Catherine Parenteau.
Ten three. Point.
And
Game.
an
Match.
easy finish for Catherine
11-3.
Parenteau. Rachel Rohrabacher had a handle on this one early.